And now, the lady, the queen of love, and her one and only gentleman. We present to you tonight the Seymours.
Good evening. Good evening. Well, it's that time, Monday night. Real talk for real people
with
real
real
situations.
situations.
I've been missing you all.
Yes, we have.
And it's
Yes,
time
we
for us to come and
have.
make up a little for you all, okay? Very interesting evening. The staff to let me know that we have some questions that we really need to get to. And so if you all don't mind, first we want you to like and share.
Yeah.
What all they need to do?
Subscribe, like, share. Let someone know. Tell a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend that the Seymours are on. The Seymours are on, and we will talk about love, relationships, or whatever kind of relationship you like to talk about. You can phone in, you can inbox us, you can ask us questions. We're here to answer your questions. I think tonight we're gonna start off with questions because there's some questions that's just been it's been backed up, and we wanted us to deal with those questions tonight. But we are here, and we're glad that you have us in your home, on your television, on your phone, on your iPads. We are just honored to come and talk to you today and share with some of our life experience, some of our 10 years together, the good days, the bad days, the wonderful days, the days I have her smiling like when I just met her. Those days. Look at her eyes.
We want you to, for real, hit like and share. And there are couples that you know that's planning to marry, they're engaged, they're in a relationship. You know that there are couples that's already married, but they need some coaching. And you know, it doesn't matter. They're having financial problems, sexual problems. Hit like and share. Hit like and share with some of the couples that you know, mamas. You know, your sons and your daughters are about to marry, or they're in a relationship and they need some coaching. Hit like and share. Call them and tell them to watch us tonight. And maybe we will say something that will encourage or motivate the relationship or the marriage. So we're going to take a few seconds to let you like, share, make phone calls. However, we're here tonight. So tonight we're getting ready. Oh, this hair is itching. So tonight we're preparing for the questions. And Elvis said before we do the question, Elvis said he has something he wants to share with the audience. So no, don't be telling me on my He has something he wants to share with us. He said it's been in his spirit. So let's let him loose his spirit before we go anywhere else.
See, she throwing that at me, right? But no, it's something I've been stuck. But I because I gotta get the slide and everything from Mr. Walls, I ain't ready to speak about it tonight.
It's not natural. You don't need no slide. If it's you said it's been in your spirit.
Yeah, but I didn't finish to give you the conversation before you put it out there.
You did finish because we went to something else.
I know, but I wasn't finished. But this is something I've been studying.
He got scared. He got scared. Well, say something to your people.
But just hit like and share. We're just waiting. We're building an audience, waiting for the people to come on. Hit like and share. And if you have a question, put it in the chat. If you have a question, we've been really just having for the last 2-3 weeks, Dr. Seymour, we've been really going. We've been really there's been a pull on you for the relationship, for what you've been sharing and what you've been talking about. And there's been a lot of inbox and a lot of questions and a lot of testimonies. A lot of people are being blessed. A lot of people are calling and they're inboxing their testimonies. There was such a beautiful inbox that you got the other day with somebody that's speaking about, oh, your ministry really speak to them. Oh, your ministry was really speaking to them. The stuff that their mama didn't tell them. The stuff that they did not hear. That, oh, you're really sharing that with them. And it's wonderful to sometimes see the response and know that people are being blessed while we're coming on. So that it's just been awesome.
Because when people realize that marriage is ministry.
Yes.
Marriage is ministry. You know, and we try to take it and make it something else. But marriage is your ministry, whether you're saved or unsaved. We're not just talking to a saved audience. We're talking to people.
Yes.
It's not about church. I am talking to people in general. I'm not talking to a religious people, a traditional people. It doesn't. I have no. It has nothing to do with whatever. It's just about relationship. It's all about where we're going and where you're going with your relationship, your marriage, and what you're involved in. And so what we want you to know, we want you to be free and
Yes.
know that it's about relation. I don't care what denomination you are, a non-denomination, denomination, that doesn't matter. You're married now. So what we're here to do is to encourage you about your relationship. That's what it's about.
Yes, and you said a key word right there. You said to be free. So much people are not free in their relationship. So much people does not have a friend for their companion, and it allow you. It bind you up. You can't be free. You can't share your very intimate thoughts with your friend, with your spouse, because your spouse, your wife, your husband is not your friend. So you're bound up. You can't. You're scared to do certain things, scared to say certain things because you don't know what their reaction is going to be. Are they going to say, "Have you been with someone else? Where did that came from?" You know. So we're here to help you to be free, so you can talk, so you can have conversation, the hard conversation. If you have been having it, it's wonderful. If you haven't been having it, well, this is a nice time to have your spouse or your fiance, your husband, or your wife to watch the show together.
Your girlfriend.
Yes, let's make it an evening.
What about your
Let's watch
sweetheart,
the
the one you tipping out on your wife with?
You know, it's let's watch. Let's say, hey, there's a show coming on. Let's watch it. So once we say something, you can use our conversation to spark your conversation. Say, baby, we never speak about that before. What do you think about what they say? Find different ways to spark a conversation and to start a conversation, so you can go somewhere in it, so you can be free and you can enjoy life. You can have fun, because that's what life is about.
Yeah. So now we're getting ready. We're preparing ourselves for these questions that we have not studied for, so we don't know what we're about to enter into.
Yes.
So, okay, our followers, let's prepare ourselves to go to this next phase. I don't know. And listen, if you don't want my answers, don't ask me because, and listen, don't forget you want to become a partner with me. You want to partner with me. There's going to be some exciting stuff taking place, I think, beginning in the month of June.
Yes.
So you do want to become a partner. If you have not partnered with the Seymours, it's not too late. We ask for a love seed of $21. That's all. Love seed, $21. Love seed, $21. But if we've helped your marriage, if we've helped your relationship, if we've been an inspiration to you at all, if we've mentored you at all, send a seed, $21. That's all we ask. And I'm sure they're putting up the Cash App now so that you will know how to sow into the Seymours. Listen, it's your seed that puts a demand,
my God,
on what you've been asking God to do. That seed moves God. You're saying you want to change in your marriage, change in your relationship, change in your bedroom, because your bedroom is your sanctuary. You need to see some changes. Sow your seed of $21 tonight, and let's believe God together. Partner with us. I love my partners. There's some of you all I get to speak with. I get to inbox. There's some of you I have a relationship with. I'm not biased, and I'm not into sexual. What that stuff about the bisexual and all that? What you call it? Your sexual stuff. Yeah, I'm not into that. Whatever you are that. I love you and I meet you right where you are. I don't do that. Now, if you have me asking a question, to daughter, that we're making this thing happen. We're making it work. It ain't about your sexual preference. It ain't about where you go, who you hang out with. As long as you got yourself right with God, I can't judge who you are. My thing is to come in here and strengthen you for right where you are. I have a son that told me, meet people right where they are. Yes. And I found that to be one of the greatest relationships that any leader, man or woman of God, could ever have, is to learn how to meet people right where they are and to have the heart of God. Yes. I've done a series on Hosea and Gomer. Yes. And behind that was what God wanted Hosea to know was how he loved his people. And that's my focus, is the love of God. If I can love you right where you are, in spite of your preference, I don't like a lot of guys that's married to a lot of girls. I don't like a lot of girls that's married to a lot of guys. What does that have to do with me? My assignment is to teach you how to go to a whole nother realm in what God is saying and what God is doing. So I don't have nothing about sexual preference. My other son told me, say, if you reach the heart, you can save the soul. And then my other son told me, no judgment, just grace.
My God.
No judgment, just grace. And I believe that, and I've been preaching that for the last 7 years.
Yes.
I don't judge. I lead. I don't judge you. I lead you and I love you right where you are. We're all kingdom builders.
Yes.
And if we can stay focused on the kingdom and not judging people in their sexual preferences,
God.
I think we could be successful.
Yes.
Our ministries could be greater. Now I'm fixing to stop because these questions are piling up. Listen, which one of y'all got me? Go ahead and start me. Hello, my son, Apostle Travis. I meant Apostle Davis. Doctors. Oh, I love you. We love you. We love you. Can't get see you Sunday morning, remember? See you Sunday morning now. Can't wait on it.
Doctor on your title. I'm going to get Josiah's for that. Okay, bless you.
Amen. What are these questions? Don't get me talking about coochie and all that and calling me apostle. So if y'all are going to send me a message, don't say apostle now. You're talking to the queen of love now. Okay.
So, how y'all doing?
Oh, absolutely wonderful. Other than this hair itching.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Sizzling.
So we're gonna start off with we're gonna start off with one of our live questions. This question just came on while we were live. So it's a good thing we start out with the question so we can go and get this started with, right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So, what is the best way to deal with the partner that has a bad attitude when arguments happen?
And has a bad attitude and what?
How do you deal with the partner that has a bad I guess they're saying how do you deal with someone that get a bad attitude?
There they go, Buddy Boy. 505. What is the best way to deal with a partner that has a bad attitude when arguments happen? Learn reverse psychology. Learn reverse psychology. Just because they have a bad attitude and when argument happen, most people do get an attitude when we're arguing. Most people do. That's just life.
Natural.
But you got to learn this person. If you're in a relationship with them, study that person to learn how to do and to cause it to subside. Most of the time, arguments are nothing but conversations that has gone out of whack. Somebody has got to learn how to bring the conversation back in.
Yes.
You know, that's why if you're not studying the heart, you never know how to deal with the person when they are in that state. So a lot of times when that state happens, somebody has to get quiet and say, I'm just not going to say anything. And learn to control yourself before you try to control someone else's attitude and mind. Because if you can get control of yourself, you can always help save the other person. Question.
Yes. This is a question from one of the viewers last week. And it is it wrong for your husband to still communicate with his past lovers, especially when he only does it when his wife is not present, then hides and lies about it when he's asked and becomes angry and attacks her verbally because she wants him to stop?
Elvis?
Yes. It's wrong. He said, if it's wrong, yes. That no more. You ain't gonna go no long answer with that. The answer is yes. It is wrong. It's very incorrect and it's wrong.
It's disrespectful to now. If there's children involved or a child involved, we would understand communication and friendship. But this day and time, these people are not like. You know, there's no respect in the game now. You know, there ain't no. You know, they don't respect the game. You know, you're supposed to learn how to respect the game. Folks don't understand that kind of stuff anymore. You know, everything goes, you know, everything goes, but oh my God. Now, what are they talking about? Why is there a need that he has to be involved with his past or she has to be involved with her past relationships? Now, if there are children involved and you all have agreed that you and your past relationship or going friends. But if you're sneaking and doing it, that means y'all are not agreeing with it anyway. So if your relationship that you're involved in is worth the while, then conversate and come to some conclusion what y'all are going to do. Amen.
That was good.
Excellent.
So our next question is, when you're seriously considering marriage, should there be discussions about how children will be raised and disciplined?
That's one of the questions, especially if there's already children. He might already have children or she might already have children. That is one of the vital questions that has to be dealt with in a relationship before you start talking. Finances, children, sex, those are vital conversations that you have to have. Sex is because after you've been involved with each other and you become common, you don't want to do it. And so when commonology gets involved in a marriage, it tends to stray to another area. And that's what causes men a lot of times to have to go and get involved with someone else. So what we want to do, if you can keep the relationship open, then there will never have to be a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Your husband is your boyfriend and your wife is your girlfriend. So what happens when you become too common? I don't think husband and wife should have to hide stuff. I just don't believe that.
Right.
But things are happening, I'm finding out. Good evening, Sandra. Good evening, Rita. Good evening, some of my followers. I love you all. I love you all. I pray that I answered it. If I didn't, let them send the question in another way. That way we can maybe answer it another way that might satisfy what they're asking.
And one thing I'll have to add to that, Dr. Seymour, if there are young kids involved, you certainly need to spend time, because sometimes that can be a big bridge in the gap with the relationship or where the relationship is going. You need to know how that parent is parenting that child, because sometimes that be a big burden on the relationship. You and the partner can be fine, but the way the child has been brought up, that becomes a struggle. And then if you don't want nobody to help discipline the child, whether the woman or the man, so we have to really get an understanding of what we're doing. Then we have to have a conversation. If we see that it's going to be an issue, we have to have these conversations, and now we have an understanding and we know where we're going. And if you realize that no, this person do not want you to help discipline the child, I'm not talking about whooping, I'm talking about discipline the child, and you all can have come to some common ground, then this is going to be a burden. Because if it's a young child, this child got to grow up. So
if it's a brat.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. So you got to know that it's more than just the test drive. We gotta get some answers, some. And if it's somebody that's willing to bring you into your life wholeheartedly with their child, and you all can raise that child or children, then okay, we can go forward. But if that's an issue, that's a red flag, and you have to check that, because you're gonna be miserable if you don't.
That is so true though, Evans, because except unless they're talking about having children together. But if you're talking about having children together, you need to still know each other to know if both of y'all are parent ready. Parent ready. A lot of people that's having babies are not parent ready. A lot of women that's having babies are not mothers. A lot of men that's having children, babies are not fathers, and they're not ready. And a lot of men that's having babies or producing babies need to be nourished themselves and taught how to become a father. A lot of women out there having babies and they're babies themselves, don't know how to change pampers, don't know how to take care of babies. So we need to start all over again. Before you start talking about having babies, let's reach a state of maturity.
Yes.
And when you reach a state of maturity, you're ready to raise kids. And then if he is already have children, or if you already have children, one of the watch how he is with those children of that child. Watch how she is with those children of that child. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to come into that bad situation? Some mamas got girls that talk back like nothing. Some daddies got children, boys that act like little girls. Daddy. No, you don't want that. You got to know Are you ready? So let's have some conversation.
Real
Let's get some counseling. Let's get some coaching before I marry you and you already got a child, or he already got a child, or we thinking about. And why would you want to have a baby when you first get married? You know, when you first get married, enjoy your husband and wife. Enjoy some separacies. You know, don't it's so good to bring something else involved. You need to learn each other first.
That's good.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from a pastor, actually. As a young pastor who's married, I decided to take my wife to a R&B concert. Her, that's the artist name, Her. We received a lot of backlash from the church.
Hell no.
Okay.
What church they got it from? And when I say this, are they pastors and have their own church, or are they going to someone else's church?
No, they're pastors of that church.
Of their church?
Yes, ma'am.
Who backlashed them at their own church and they the pastors? They should have took some of the members with them. The backlashing came because the folk got jealous. What R&B concert they went to? Because I want to go. Where was it? So we can plan it, Elvis. Because when Wolf Creek have this R&B Jamaican thing, I'm praying to have it next month. I don't care what's on my schedule. I'm dropping it. I am going. You need some air.
Yes.
You need to vent.
Yes.
You need some love time. You need some relationship time. That's when he become your boyfriend. That's when she become your girlfriend. That's when you want to become the most intimacy. You need to hear love music. You need to hear this stuff. Don't let folk run your marriage. Oh, there it is.
Oops.
There it is. See, folk trying to mix church with your marriage.
Exactly.
And don't let nobody do that. You can't be convicted. Let's take the word condemn out, because folk can't condemn you. What they try to do is convict you for what you're involved in. Husband, did you enjoy your wife? Send me a text back and let me know. Wife, did you enjoy your husband?
Yes.
Send me a text back and let me know. I go around folk that never talk about intimacy. You know, I sit around husband and wife, they're in this seat and he over there. I'm saying, dog, what they do? How they doing it?
My God, you're right.
You know, I get frustrated. They don't got so Jesuses.
Yes. They don't hurt the good.
They ain't no good for the congregation.
Yes.
That's when you find the congregation where the congregation is messed up. Yeah, I went there. What was the question?
They were asking, can they not be saved and still enjoy their marriage?
You mean, can they be saved?
Can they be saved?
Of course.
Yes,
you better enjoy your marriage.
Yes.
You're right. When you start talking about my marriage and telling me I can't go to a concert, I can't go to a dinner and have a nice wine with my husband, you in my business.
Amen.
And my business and my husband's business is our business, and it's not your business. And that's why I tell you, the hell to the no. Nobody ain't getting in my business telling me I can't go to a place and enjoy my husband.
My God.
No, you ain't doing that. We going to the beach, and I ain't going to the beach with this outfit on. No. See, you know, like. No. I'm wearing a bikini.
My God.
Now, all the church folk that don't want to know, don't you go to the beach. I'm going to tell you something. I got married couples, Evans.
Yes.
I got a couple been married 40 years. 40 years. The lady just spoke to me Saturday on the phone. They've been married 40 years. She preaching all this. No. That Negro, the boaster, the boast. DEVOISED, not D. Somebody spell it. Not that divorce. He divorced. He got the hell out of that. He said, you step. Right. See, our knees was made for two things. Mm-hmm. Bowing and honoring. Amen. You bow and pray, and you honor your husband. That's what the knees are made for. You bow in prayer time and kneel to your husband. See what has happened. Ain't nobody talking real talk. That's why this show is real talk for real people with real situations. Get the hell out of my business. Yes. Go, girl, to the R&B. Where was it at again?
I think it was in Atlanta, actually.
Amazing.
Girl, did you blast it? And you didn't even not tell them you were married. Should have played something else. I'm gonna give y'all some of the music to play. Luther and who I love, Lynn White, and give me some songs. Let me make love to you. Girl, you better get with it.
Johnny Taylor.
Ooh, I love Johnny Taylor. I love Johnny Taylor. I love Johnny. You gonna know anywhere I go, I'm playing me some Johnny Taylor. And if you ain't got a copy, I get you a copy. You know, you can't let folk do that to you. If you fire me up, I ain't even get to the next question. Because, especially, see, this is what has happened many months ago. I got a question about bedroom. You know, the pastor was telling folks how to have sex and what not to do in their bedroom. I told him he was out of order.
Yes,
See, the most people that do it is folk that been married 50 years and ain't enjoying nothing. That's why that man that had been married 40 years got a divorce. He boasted. When he boasted, when he got him a young woman that wasn't on her knees like that. She was crawling up on her knee like Ruth.
My God.
Yeah. See, it's real. And watch this. When you keep it real, oh, girl, Johnny Taylor all night long. Y'all don't even know. You don't even know, girl, all night long doing it. That's what it's real. They was trying to slow me down. This is real. Because the church will make you backslide.
Yes.
You will backslide in church. That's why it's no longer called church. If you're in a church, you need to get out of that.
Yeah.
But if you're in a kingdom ministry, they're up with the time. Only kingdom ministries are up with the time. Churches are still falling back in tradition and religion, something they couldn't hold on to. All the deacons got outside babies, and the pastors and the reverends got all those outside kids, while you sitting there saying what you could not do and all of that. And they done made all the babies. We sitting in church and not having nothing. Get real, folks, and live.
And live. That's real.
Get real and live. Then you can enjoy yourself.
And enjoy your
Pull
life.
off them bloomers. Get them rags off your head. You know, pull off that bra when you go to bed.
Talk to us.
Get naked
Yes.
when you go to bed. Now take a shower. Go in there tonight and light you a nice candle and put a nice glass of wine. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Put your nice glass of wine on the side of his bed and share a nice glass of wine. Watching what's this show that took us over now, Elvis? Family Business.
Yes.
Go watch a good movie, Family Business.
Carl Weber,
Family Business. It's really good. Go all the way back to the first season one. It's wholesome. It'll teach you how to make money too. And come together as a family.
Our billions.
Yeah. I told them for Carl, that's all they need.
That's all it is.
That's all they need. I don't want them to go watch no white folk. I'm trying to tell them how to watch black folk. You come back with Carl. Uber. That's a white man. I'm telling them to go watch these black niggas that them got success. See how you do? I'm telling them about Carl Weber. These black folks that's successful run their own car lot and stuff. He gonna say, and watch Uber.
Okay, we're trying to get as many as our questions in.
I know.
So, I've been in a relationship for a while now. It's from a young girl. I've been in a relationship for a while now, but it's as if I've lost myself in this relationship because I let him control me and a lot of things just in general. What are ways that I can get back to myself again?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with. See, when you say relationship, it's a difference in a relationship and a marriage. So if you're in a relationship, he shouldn't be controlling you. If it's in a marriage, you can have a balance because you can't control me and we're married. I can just tell you my desires, you tell me your desires, and we compromise with each other.
Yes.
We compromise in a marriage. I don't have to compromise in a relationship. I can be whoever I want to be with, and he can be whatever he want to be with. If ain't no ring on it that says that I am your wife, then ain't no way nobody's controlling nobody. So we have to understand the difference in whether we're in a relationship or if that's my husband. I can't control him. Ain't no such stuff as a deal. You trying to control me. No, I'm your wife. Ain't no such stuff as ever you trying to control me. No, we're going to talk about this. because this is what I want and this is what you want. That's not control. That's satisfying both parties' needs.
Yes.
That's what that's. We've been taught so long about folk controlling us. Why do we use that? You know, you don't control in a marriage. You just come together with an agreement. This is how we're going to do it.
Yes.
You know, a lot of stuff we have to learn how to conversate in it with integrity.
And that's what's missing. The conversation.
Integrity, of course, baby, because they're not conversating with integrity.
Yes.
You know, and so we've been taught to be hood so long.
Yes.
And taught not to be classy in conversation. And then you don't have to get upset like the earlier caller question was. You don't have to get upset when you're conversating and reaching the heart of each other. But nobody has well-groomed nobody on how to do it like it needs to be done and how to conversate. So it always ends up with name calling and all this stuff. But why would you want to be with a man and he haven't even given you his name? After 3 months, and you have gone to bed with this man. See, Boaz knew he wanted Ruth after the first night.
My God.
After one night, Boaz knew that was his wife.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's why you say it don't take all this long time.
It don't take all that long time.
2 years and all of that.
No, it don't take all that long time. It don't take that. It don't take a year. When Esther went in to the king, I tell the story every week. When Esther slept with the king, he had multiple women that had gone in before Esther. But that one night, Esther went in with the king. It was over. It was over. Hello, Tanya. It was over. Come on, women. You got it. You got a masterpiece. You're working with a tool that can give you open heaven. When that man, you're working with something that you don't realize what you have. And it will cause him to get saved and speak in tongues. You just don't know what you got. You don't know what you're working with. We're so busy worrying about somebody controlling us. Baby, take control yourself. You take charge of your sanctuary. You take charge of your most intimate place that he's about to go into. You have to understand that. You carry the power. He doesn't carry the power. Women, we are the ones with power, and we strip them of their power. So then we make them powerless, and we become more powerful.
Woo.
That's good.
Powerful.
What you mean? Don't talk that mess to me. You got it. You got what he wants. You got what he needs. You just don't know your power. He cannot control you because you got the power. How can something powerless control something that's powerful?
Come on now.
My
Come
God.
on.
My
That
God.
doesn't happen. You got to take charge of your sanctuary. And the moment that Negro goes into the sanctuary, he starts to almost speaking in tongues. Have you noticed your name changes when he goes into your sanctuary? He don't know if you want to say, nah, 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 nah. They start calling you mama. My son said, goodness. You got to learn. Because when you don't know what you're working with, we become less.
Yes.
We become less. Now, you go yourself to bed right. Go yourself to bed right. You know, put on a different attitude now. You've learned now that you got something that you didn't realize what you was working with. If people come to your church and feel the presence of the Lord, what you think a man feel when he go into your sanctuary?
My God.
It's the same. It's called the holiest of holies.
You teach it, Dr.
And things begin to change when he go into the holy of holies, which is the presence. That's why you can't let nothing tamper with that. If he can't marry you and make you say I do and he say I do, don't let him touch it no more.
My God.
Because you got something valuable.
Yes.
Strip him of his power. You got men walking around strong now. She wasn't about nothing. How you gonna let a Negro come out of a relationship with you saying you wasn't about nothing? Change it, girl. Flip it.
My God.
Flip that conversation. Flip that switch. Negro, you don't want me. Don't want me. Tell me you want to boast. Don't want me. Shoot.
My God.
See, because you got to be real.
Yes.
We've been dating 3 months and you haven't proposed to me? Oh, that's hell no. We through. I'm waiting till you come home tonight. I got you some good tea and say, no, baby, I've done it as long as I can do it. We're going to do something different. It's not about controlling. I'm the one with the power. He's the one with the strength.
Yes.
Folks don't understand that I'm the one with the power.
Yeah.
I got his brain. They don't have but a fraction of a brain.
My God.
A man's brain works like this. Our brain covers our head. Do the search. Do the research.
That's why we got 2 brains.
2 heads. Because they can't think with one. We ain't got but one.
Woo!
Oh my God, thank you.
This powerful.
They got it. And you notice, in one of their brains, I think the other one.
My God.
Oh my
But it's true.
It's powerful.
I carry power. Elvis carries strength.
Yes.
And a woman outthinks a man 10 times all day long when you know your worth. We can't outthink them when we don't know our worth. And so we become powerless when we are powerful.
I see you, Apostle.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
I'm talking about. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You just really, really inspire and empower thousands and thousands of ladies who've been watching tonight. I hope that was a valuable lesson. Even man, and that was you said use reverse psychology. You know, when the person get upset, okay, all right, you know what, I ain't gonna do it like that.
No.
I'm gonna make you say, what happened? And they know they have to wonder. Your reaction is not the same.
Different.
Have a different reaction. So that will make them calm down.
But when she don't know her worth,
Yeah.
and she doesn't know
My
what
God.
power she's really walking
My
with,
God.
we walk with our power every day. See, we walk with our power every day, and we walk with our brain every day. We just don't know what strength that we really have, and so we give it over. That's why you don't have to meet anybody and fall for anybody. You know, once you got integrity for yourself, you make up your mind. You're not going to be broke. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be homeless. You're not going to be helpless. You're not going to be. Your name is not changing except in the bed with your man. If your name becomes anything outside of the bedroom when you're making love, that ain't what you need to be with.
My God.
Your name can be anything making love because that Negro is in the presence of something. You've taken him over into the heavens. When you take him over into the heavens, of course he gonna call you some stuff. And it ain't called bugger. It's called good.
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 This is amazing.
Yeah. Folk want to say you're going to hell because you speak certain language. That's what's needed in the bedroom.
Marriage is honorable.
And the bed is undefiled.
My God.
This stuff is real. Life is real. That's your wife. Call her out and tell her what you want her to do. Wife, matter of fact, go. I sell some aprons that you all need to buy. I got some Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Versace. I got some aprons that you're cooking. Can I have one of them? I got some aprons. I gave some of them out. See, I gave some of those aprons. I told them, women, go ahead and cook that Negro some food with your apron.
The only thing they want with the aprons is stilettos.
Is what?
Some stilettos.
Stilettos.
Yes.
Some of the women feet can't wear no stilettos.
All right. And you put it on the 5 minute. We're going to draw it.
You know, but it's now, because saved women think that they are limited.
Yes.
Right.
And don't know that listen, we're the one with the rights to become the freak.
Yes.
We have the rights to become the freak in the bed with our husband because we really know God.
Yes.
When you really know God, there ain't no limit to what you do in your bedroom because you really, really know God. There you go. Let me put it on for you. See? Oh, I can't show it all, but that's how it goes. See, this is a Versace. You need to order these from me. You need to order these. These are apron. Oh, there you go. This is the Versace. There you go. Come on back here. This is the Louis Vuitton. See, go in the kitchen and cook dinner. Send the children over to your mother-in-law house.
Get some stilettos. Get some stilettos
Yeah.
on. Some red bottoms.
You can order those from me too. And women, those of you that's single,
I'll be dinner for the night. There you go.
yeah, be his dinner for them.
There you go.
But some of you that's single, sometimes single women need to enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Get pretty for yourself at night. Every night when I make up myself, it's not for Elvis, it's for me. I like to look good for me. So I go in there while he's watching TV, I take a shower, fix my hair, put on my makeup, and put on my perfume, because I want to do this for me. It's not about I'm doing it for Elvis. A lot of stuff that Adelia does it for Adelia. Because I want to feel good for myself.
Yes.
When it's all about him, you're never doing it for yourself. So what if he's out of your life? But do it for yourself. Question.
One of the viewers would like to know, is it advisable to have premarital counseling?
You got to speak it.
Oh, I'm sorry. She wants to know, is it advisable to have premarital counseling to ask some of the hard questions? For example, are you a virgin? What is your credit score? And do you have any health issues?
Is that what now?
She wants to know if she should have counseling to ask those hard questions.
Those, but now she don't, if you're taking premarital counseling, she or he wouldn't ask the other one that. That's what the counselor is supposed to ask. The person that you're going for to get premarital counseling, those are the questions that's supposed to be on their plate. Yeah, because it's vital to know if they've had any diseases. What my main thing is, I like to know about their family. I like to know about the husband's mother and father, because there could be elephants in the family, two-headed snakes in the family. It could be retards in the family. So these are the questions that I ask. Then money is the last thing that I worry about. I know most people say that that's not their last thing, but that's not the most vital thing. I need to know the brain. Because if I'm marrying him and he ain't got to have a dime, but if he got a brain, he's worth $1 million. So see, when I have a conversation, all I need to know is if he got a brain. If he got a brain, we can put our brains together. And now we can make some real money. Yes. So that's why I'm not worried about the money. I need to know what's in your family, what's your family's background. So now if I know that you don't have a history of your family having common sense, then I don't need to marry you.
That's good.
If everybody in your family don't have common sense, not educated, not this, not that, then you're the wrong person for me. But if you come to me with something of intelligence, you're showing me creativity, you're showing me workability, you're showing me that we can put our heads together and build an empire. Oh, yes, I ain't letting that next woman get you back.
Talk to us.
Amen.
See, that's my mindset. I'm gonna say, what woman let you win? You knew you were like that, and she quit you. You quit up. I'm gonna ask those are the kind of questions that I ask.
I like that kind of questions.
You like those kind?
You ain't letting me go.
That's if I find out you got some sense.
Well, yeah, you did find out I had some, right? I'm sitting right here 10 years later. I must have some kind of mind.
Oh, you have a mind.
People wondering what kind of mind I got, but you know.
Why they wondering? See, they think it's all about me. They really don't know. Elvis sitting in the background, you know. But it's all good. It's all good. Thank you.
See, the reason though, some people say, we know this Bible. The Bible, most of the Bible stories, but most of what's in the Bible are stories. But sometimes you can just take the Bible literally for what it say word for word. And the Bible declares that the Lord himself shall make your name great. So sometimes the God is making your name great. You ain't got to fuss yourself. You just sit back and believe what the Bible says and let the Bible do what it says. You know, you ain't got to fuss yourself. Talk to us, Dr. Seymours.
I saw my friend. I saw Pastor Baxter. That's my friend. I like that lady. I like that lady with her beautiful self. Sonia, I see you this evening, girl. We got to hang out. Remember, we got to hang out. I got to get these girls and y'all, we have got to hang out. That's all I got to say. Question.
Okay, we're gonna do this one last question for tonight, because if we don't, we're gonna keep going on and on and on.
I got you. No, I'm tired anyway.
Okay, so our last question. Should the wants and needs of both partners be discussed during the dating phase or after marriage?
The wants and needs.
The wants and needs.
They should always be done during the dating stage.
Yes.
The needs are priority. The wants is just the desires, like. But the needs should be discussed after you start dating. Going to dinner, going to the movies. That's when you'll start telling them about some things. Don't get too personal about your last relationships. Like most people I've found out, they say, "Well, last man, we'll stop talking about that last man. You keep resurrecting him up from the dead. Leave him in the grave. And stop pouring on your new relationship what you dealt with in the last." Because this is what happens. When you get in that bad argument or disagreement, they're going to say, "See, I see why that last Negro left you. See, all that. Don't tell them too much. They don't need to know. They don't need to know. Just talk about the necessities. What are we going to do? Where are we going in this relationship? I want to ask this question. Do you see yourself in that relationship?
That's good.
If you cannot identify with yourself in that relationship, you need to get out of it now. If you can't hear yourself in the conversation, it's not going to work. Conversations are so vital. They're so important. You have got to see yourself. When you get involved with a man or a woman, you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, we have the same nose, we have the same eyes, we have the same ears. Our children are going to look like twins.
My God.
Everybody's going to think that's my brother. Everybody's going to think that's my sister. I'm talking to my life mate.
Yes.
So now we look alike.
My God.
But when we're already having conflict of interest before we come down the aisle, what do you think is going to happen after you come down the aisle? And women, I want to leave this on your mind before they ask me one more question. You got to wonder about yourself when you're not stopping traffic every now and then. You've got to wonder about yourself when every now and then you're at the gas pump and no man is saying, let me pump your gas and pay for it. What is wrong with the cologne you're wearing? What is wrong with the pants you're wearing? What is wrong with the shoes you're wearing? Something is wrong with your hairstyle. Something is wrong when you're never attracting the opposite of who you are. I got stopped at a red light.
You sure did.
In my vehicle with the window up.
You had it all going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you something. And see, my clothes are known in the cleaners.
Yes.
They know my clothes. They can't mix them with other folk.
From the fragrance.
From my fragrance.
Yes.
What are you known from? Men never stop you and say, girl, you are so, I ain't talking about me telling you, I'm talking about men stopping you and saying, girl, you're so elegant and beautiful. Have you gone to Ruth Chris by yourself and sat at the counter, not at a table, sat at the bar and just have you a nice wine and a steak? Don't see, you're taking too much to the beach with you. You going with your cousin and your sister and your friend, hang out by your damn self. And I you know what? I would never have all cars without a sunroof. Not a sunroof. Convertible. I always tell these single women, buy you a convertible. I don't care if it's old or new. And put on a long wig and let the convertible down. Listen, the last time I was driving a Bentley, Elvis was in the truck in front of me. But I promise you, a young boy, pulled up, let his window down and say, what's your name? How you doing? And I looked over at the truck and said, that's my husband, because I knew I better do that. that really happened.
Yes.
On 138. It really happened. You know, I'm going to always think of something creative. Even though I'm married, I still need to know that I am attractive to somebody else.
Amen.
Yeah. Change your style. Then you say, well, you know, I'm content with just being with God. Hello.
All right.
I think you're afraid. I don't think you're always content. I think you're afraid. Next question, and let's go. They have a list of questions.
My
Yeah.
God. I've enjoyed you tonight.
Well, we have two questions actually.
Two.
How do you know that you are the foreskin for the man who's been circumcised?
Well, if he's your husband, that's why he's your husband.
Okay.
The reason he's your husband because the foreskin met his skin. Now, if you don't stay together sexually, you know how folks saying we're not attractive sexually. That's the problem. You know, some people get married and stay together for a while and it don't work. That's the problem. Because automatically when he meets his foreskin, when he meets what's been taken away from him, it's going to connect like glue. And it's hard to separate the skin. It's just like it was when men get circumcised. That skin hurt when they take it off. That's the same thing. Women do not get circumcised because we have to keep the skin. So when the man meets his foreskin, he connects to that which has been taken away from him. Now that's in the spirit realm.
Okay.
So what makes the sex more intimately is because the organ, the male organ of him recognizes the female organ that was taken, the male organ that was taken off of him and was connected to his, I want to say his life mate.
My God. Oh.
I hope I understand.
Yeah, that's fine.
And when it connects, he can
No
go out there and sleep with
separation.
4 or 5 other women. He's going to go back to his skin.
My God.
Mhm. Or they never get over it. That's why some men make up their mind. If you notice, when some men get divorced, they don't ever want to be with another woman because no other woman is going to be able to do what that foreskin was doing for them when they was with their skin that connected from them.
That was a powerful statement.
Yeah, that's why they can't get with other women, and they rather not do it again at all. They don't know that's in the spiritual. But you remember now I had a spiritual encounter with God. And that's why the revelation that I bring out is so different. A lot of folk will say that ain't Bible. But you can't take away from what God gives me in the heavens. I can't help it if I had an out-of-body experience. And this is the revelation God gave me while my head was in the lap of Jesus. I can't help that. So there's a lot of insight that I have on marriages that would restore and resurrect some things that need to be resurrected. Like men said, the women say, my husband can't get an erection. If he's with his skin, he's going to be able to get a resurrection. So what's happening is the skin don't know how to help him to get the... because nobody's talking this language. Folk are afraid to do and say, like Dr. Seymours, I'm not afraid. I don't care if you don't send me a dime. I'm well taken care of by God. One more question, and let me get out of here. I'm sweating on all this hair.
Should it always be the man to initiate intimacy?
No. Oh, no. I think, well, now watch this. Can I answer that?
Yes.
ma'am.
I think I will. Let me go to the scripture again. Ruth went into Boaz.
Yes, you did.
For the sake of those that, Bible scholars. And she didn't start from the top. Ruth went in from the foot of the bed.
Let's just start from her knees.
I told y'all she was she crawled. She was crawling from, that is the best turn on a man could ever have.
Talk to us, Dr. Seymour.
That's the best turn on. I told you about one of the aprons, and while he think all that you going on, put your apron on and serve him that night or that breakfast. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and do something different. I just make him sit on the couch and sit in the lap. I ain't doing that this evening. I got some nice, respectful people. I want y'all to think I'm nasty because I ain't nasty. I'm the virgin. I'm the virgin. I'm the innocent. But this is my specialty.
Yes.
I love to talk about sex, romance, romancing your spouse. I love to be a marriages. I love to be a relationships. I love to save people at the stake. I love to see couples together strong.
Yes.
I love to see that. And so maybe I feel that I am one of them, my husband and I, that God has ordained for such a time as this. He knows who to put out there and when they need to be out there. Why would he resurrect us during the pandemic?
My God.
Why did he allow us to be exposed during the pandemic time? because people needed to hear about love making, not screwing. A lot of divorces took place, you all, during the pandemic.
Yes.
A lot of marriages broke up because nobody was talking about why they was together. They could have been playing with each other with the fingers. You know, it was so many freaky things you could have done and stayed your little selves together. And some of y'all need to go back and get your wife back anyway. Some of them husbands need to go back and find their wives. And some of y'all wives, honey, I told my daughter, if you love your husband, I don't care what nobody say. You go and get your, matter of fact, snatch him up.
That's what you said. That's what you teach.
I teach that. If you still love your husband and you want him, I will go and snatch that Negro up. What's wrong with it? You still love your wife? Maybe she'll got somebody else, but you still love her? I ain't talking about acting stupid. You might got that stupid. Round them up. And if he or she ain't remarried nobody and you don't care what folks say, get folk out of your business.
Yes.
Your business is your business. And what you do with your business is your business. And what you do, I heard Bishop Bloomer say, what you do with your private parts is your business. And where you take your private body is your business. And if any pastors listen to me, don't let your congregation make those decisions for you. Don't let them determine and never allow them to tell you what they disagree with, and you the pastor of that church.
My God.
Now, that's how I'm going to close it this evening. I love you. And we're going to play this over. If you want to get something out of it, you might just want to send me something that you don't agree with. I don't care. I'm married.
Don't forget to send that $21 seed, $21 seed, partnership seed. Partner with us as we are going to the next level.
We're going.
Oh, yes.
We're going. We got, we're going.
God is doing amazing things. I'm talking about he's doing amazing things. Partner with us, $21.
And I'm going to talk about sex. I'm going to talk about sex. I'm going to talk about screwing. I'm going to talk about making love.
Well, you're going to talk about that in the show. But...
Huh?
Okay.
I'm going to talk about, huh?
Go ahead.
I love you.
Oh.
Do you love me?
Where did you hear that?
I was about to check.
Hey, you gotta pay me every time. Pay me, Negro.
Oh my God.
You could be like your friend.
No.
I love you more, baby.
We love you all. We love you all. Until next Monday night. And play back and see what you didn't get. And if you want to partner with us, now listen, there ain't nothing that I won't talk about. If you challenge me, I will talk about it. If you ask a question, I will answer it. I thank God tonight for all of y'all, all of my partners. I have a lot of great partners that's following us. I think they said we're on TikTok and streaming and all that stuff. I love y'all. My son, Apostle Travis, oh my God, I love you. Rita Grover, I love y'all. Listen, all of you that followed us this evening, I pray that you all was blessed. And if we didn't get your questions today, we promise we're going to get them next Monday.
Yes.
Until next Monday night.
Thank you for real talk.
For real people with real situations.
Situation.
Next
Love
Monday
you
night.
all.